Oh, hey, hello, engineering fam. Welcome to another episode of Elevated. I'm your host, the Elevated Engineer. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. Um, First topic of the day. Ooh, that's a screen. How about that? Yeah, that's a little better. Yep. So I can't lie. Yeah, shrink that up a little bit. There you go. There you there you are, Wolverine. Okay, yes. So salute to the good brother Tariq Nasheed. Um I feel like this movie is gonna be pretty good. I'm excited. As we know, I believe it released on April 30th, which was ironically the same day I released my Get On Code video. We'll talk more about that a little later. But I really do want to throw a really big shout out to all the black created and produced content that's been coming out really lately, but Um, I mean, for example, guys like Tariq Nasheed, I mean, they've been coming out with documentaries for probably a couple of decades or damn near a couple of decades now. So, but I'm not saying it specifically to him, but I mean to like the producers, the people behind stuff like. Let's see. How about this? Stuff like Cannon Busters, uh, stuff like Yasuke, which is I think pretty awesome. I'm watching it right now actually, and shout out to whoever the guy's name who I seen who's been doing all these anime projects. His name is LaShawn Thomas. Um, he's awesome. This guy is awesome. Whoever he is. And also, did you all watch that Without Remorse, man? That was pretty good. That was pretty. Salute to Michael B. Jordan because that was some real life action sequences type stuff, man. Like that for real, and I really mean that because guys like you know Michael B. Jordan, man, like I think he's starting to be able to do like the kinds of films that he wants to do. And I think he's kind of instead always kind of done that, but I think just because he has more leeway now that he probably is being allowed more room because they was watching that. I'm like, damn, I'm surprised they let this shit on. They let him release a movie like this. Like this is some real stuff. So excuse me, I'm sorry. Um, Salute to all the black created content, man. We need more stuff, and you know what? Stuff like Yasuke and Cannon Busters. I was talking about this stuff before. I just started watching Cannon Busters maybe a week ago, and Yasuke just came out. I think a couple days ago, or maybe yesterday. But whenever it came out, like yeah, so far it's pretty good. It's like yeah, so I think it's pretty awesome that we're getting all this content because it's like it's man, it's beyond needed. I've been saying we need black anime for a very long time, and uh, this guy LaShawn Thomas, I'm sure that he's been saying the same thing. So, and the fact that Without Remorse was produced by Michael B. Jordan as well, Tom Clancy, they had Lauren London in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh, that was a really good film. Like, but also, I want to get into. Let's get into the next topic actually because um, I really want to kind of get right into it. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Uh, I wanted to talk about the black multiverse, the black metaverse, right? Okay, so what is it? The black metaverse, right? There's a reason I want to talk about this. But here's a definition. The metaverse is a collective of virtual shared space. This is a Wikipedia definition, so bear with me. Um, Created by the convergence of the virtually enhanced physical reality and physically persistent virtual space, including the sum of all virtual worlds, augmented reality, and the internet. So, what does that all mean? Okay, so basically, the metaverse is the aggregation of all the data about you that is immersed within the real world and the digital world. Just with niggas. The black metaverse. Right? So listen, it's about having ultimate control over your narrative, the likes of which that we have never had um in history. And what do I mean by that? All right. So let's start off with the metadata. What is it? To really kind of break it down. Okay, so the metadata is the data about data. It's the data about you, right? So when you have your cell phone on and you are walking around and your Wi-Fi is, pinging other towers and trying to, you know how your Wi-Fi tries to connect to other to Wi-Fi, either hotspots or other networks or whatever. Every time your phone tries to connect to one of these networks, it creates a little little timestamp, little data that says this person's cell phone tried to connect to this tower at this time of day at this location, such, right? And there's so many data points out there that we rarely think about, that we're in a point now where we exist within the data, right? But we're only at like the beginning. And I know I'm going deep. I completely understand. Niggas probably like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? Trust me, just rock and roll with me for a minute, right? So it's a combination of all the data in the world about you mixed in with the very real virtual and augmented reality world as well. So as we keep going forward, we're going to see a lot more investments in virtual reality. And I can't believe I'm actually saying that. But isn't it funny? Like, it's funny that I'm talking about virtual reality, kind of like very like laissez-faire, however you say that, like kind of lackadaisical, because it's the field that I work in and and my business is in, and but it sounds so like, damn, I can't believe you're talking about virtual reality type shit. Like, but yeah, that's what I do. So it's that the data that's in a virtual reality when you're going to be completely immersed, and then there's the augmented reality when you're only partially immersed, and that's in the realm of like a Google Glasses type thing, where you have your device. See, right now they're headsets, and controllers, and stuff. And as we keep moving forward, going by Moore's law about how technology and processing improves exponentially from year to year. The processing power in a smaller physical space. That's the part that a lot of people miss. Yes, the processing power improved, which it has, to the point where we can do a lot more stuff now as opposed to, even 30 years ago, even 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Because you have to also take into account the social media, right? So, your social media is, it's you. It's you. Your social, whether we want to admit it or not, your social media is you. It is how the world perceives you. It is the first thing that people are going to find when they look you up. So going back to the metaverse, you have the data points, which is the metadata, all that, as they call it, big data. You have the virtual reality, augmented reality, that we're going to be immersed actually within the virtual world, mixed in with the real one, and then you have like social media. So these three things are really going to be their own entity, if you will, and the entity is you. So I know that was kind of deep, but it's a concept that's kind of been around for, oh god, maybe a few decades, but I don't think it came to fruition until like really recently. And you know why? And I think a lot of things accelerated us into this mixture of the real and the digital. Um, I think the coronavirus really accelerated us more into that. Hold on, I gotta do a sound check. I'm sorry, I didn't do a sound check. Let me get it. I should always do a sound check. A few decades. Yes, there you go. All right, yeah. So, yeah, okay. So, yeah, with that metaverse, we've never had this much control over the narrative. I know I said this earlier, but we've never had this much control of our own narrative, and it's something that we really need to like sit down and consider. I mean, look at all the nonsense on social media, like the mental illness on social media, the fuckery on social media. Like, look at all of that. That is how all these people are going to be perceived around the world. So with the black metaverse, we have an opportunity, which is why I was talking about that black produced content. Woof. Not drinking that bang. The black produced content that we now have access to. And we have all these platforms, for example, YouTube, uh, but not only that, we can build our own platforms and we can have whatever narrative we want to see. So when I hear people saying that, oh, black women, that we don't have control of our narrative, and that's all black men want to see, then you got the opportunity right now to create the content that you want to see and that your audience wants to see. And I believe what I'm saying is there's no exclusive rights to celebrity anymore. Which is something I never thought was even possible. I don't think many people really did. I mean, we are in the age that if you don't have ownership of your stuff, whether that be your platforms, your music, you're losing out. I'm sorry, you're losing out. Because the people who have ownership, the people who are bold, the people who take risks, are the people who are going to be leading modern society in in not only present but going forward in the next decades, maybe. The people who are doing it now, the young people doing it now who listen to my Get On Code, watch my Get On Code videos, those people are going to be the people who are going to be the leaders of the next generation of technologists. Like, and really, like just everything. I truly believe that because with the availability of technology, the fact that we're so immersed in technology and we're getting more and more immersed every day only means that the people who know the most about the environment they're in are the people who are going to be the most successful. And those people are really, they're going to be the people who take risks, but also the people who are very technologically um, adept. Hell, even Nipsey was on it. I'm watching this documentary. This guy, he's building computers at around the same. I mean, he and I were the same age, around the same age, and he was building computers just like I was around the same age. Except he was doing it younger than I was doing it. I mean, I was doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? But Nipsey was just hustling and doing it, and you got to respect that because I remember I built my first computer. I was so happy, but I was like 19. But that's when I had my own money. Finally, that's what I'm saying. The people who got their own money, who got their own platforms, who own their own names, their own products, their IPs, and who make them dope are the people who are going to be leading society in the next. I'm telling you, like I'm telling you. So I don't want to beat a dead horse, but next topic. There it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah, there's my Get On Code. Coming in my head. Yeah, there's my Get On Code video. You know what? Honestly, I enjoy making this one. I enjoy making them all, to be honest with you. But this one was it took me a while too. Like I was supposed to release. I'm sorry. I know I was supposed to release it like towards like the beginning, middle of April, but I've been so busy this month. It's been a little ridiculous. Okay. But I can't lie. I do have fun making these Get On Code videos. Honestly, like they are, um, they're fun, man. You know, and there's also a reason I waited until the 30th. I really wanted to send a message, man. I wanted to let people know that we ain't going anywhere. You feel me? We ain't going anywhere. So I released that video, man, and I was glad because it was like right at like 11. God, it was right. It was like at like 11:30 or something p.m. Because I was just like, no, I am releasing this Get On Code video for my people in April. And plus my birthday was in April. So I'm releasing this. God damn it. Okay? But nah, man, I had a lot of fun. I hope people can learn something from it. Cause I know I certainly did. Like I going through and learning all about the Telegram bots, creating a bot, making them automate tasks. Like I mean, that's a good thing about engineering. Cause even if like you come in and you like, oh shit, yeah, I can do this easy. When you start doing it, you're like, holy crap, I didn't know I can do that. Oh, holy crap. Oh, wow, that's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a learning experience, but it's a fun experience for me, and that's why I do them because I'm like, yeah, all right, you know, this is. I think people should be having fun with this stuff, and I think honestly, a lot of that comes from school, like the coding I learned in school was not fun. It's not fun at all. Okay, it was hard. It was just boring. But I feel like if you do projects that are fun, other people will have fun, and they can tell that you're having fun doing it. And I mean, it gets you. It kind of gets the juices flowing too. Like, you start thinking about different projects, what you can do. I mean, I'm really. Let me, and I'm just kind of. I'm kind of letting the juices flow a little bit. Um, Future projects. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot more Python projects. You know, I'm gonna be also focusing because over this summer, I'm really, really, really gonna be pushing and getting back on my Unity development to get really back. Cause I can't lie, on the video game, I'm a little off track, but not super off track. So, but I'll catch back up over the summer, and don't we're doing it. You know, we're still on track for the end of the year. For the at least we're on track for the end of the year for like the beta testing and all that good stuff, which my friends will have access to. Just hit me up once I start really getting it up. But um, I'm gonna be needing some artists soon, because you know there's just some things I can't draw. I'm not I'm not that great of a artist anyway, but I'm doing what I can. But I'm definitely gonna need some. I don't need any animators right now. What I need is someone who can actually do like awesome like portraits, like cartoon kind of portraits, but in a style that's like you know a little more I think not as elegant as like Final Fantasy's characters, but like not as silly as like The Simpsons or something like that. So I'm gonna be needing some artists to design some screenshots and a couple of character profile screens um for this game that I am doing that I had decided. So again, the game's gonna be. Well, I should probably come up with a name for it, shouldn't I? Ooh. No, it's crazy. I sometimes you're just so into like the engineering functionality portions that you actually forget about like the little stuff like the name. So I gotta come up with some names. I got a few ideas rocking and rolling right now, but nothing concrete. But it is going to be a real time strategy war based game based on math. I haven't talked about my game in a while, and it's crazy because I was working on it last week, and I haven't talked about it in a while. But I honestly don't like talking about what I'm going to do. I'm just like kind of unless it's like I'm on a path and I'm promoting it, but I don't like talking about. Oh, I'm thinking about traveling today, or I'm thinking like, nah, I'm doing the game. You're just right now. This video is just me in the middle of that process. But yeah, more Unity stuff over the summer. Um, but I definitely want to do some more Python big data projects too. I'm thinking about there's another project where you're using Python and you're using it to automate tasks in GCP, which is Google Cloud Platform. For those who are in cloud and infrastructure development, uh, this is something that may be of use to you. Um, and over the summer, I'm gonna release a lot more get on code videos because I have the time. But yeah, man. No, so I'm definitely the whole automating tasks thing is something I definitely want to focus on more and more going forward. Also, pipelining is something that I want to really focus on going forward. Because I did a lot of pipelining this year. Because for some projects for class, I had to do some pipelining. So um, if anybody doesn't know pipelining is you're basically setting up paths for uh for executable files and stuff. Um, and yeah, so I don't want to get too technical because then people go be like, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. I get it. I get it. I get it. But I definitely want people to go watch this video. Send your kids to go watch it. Send everybody to go watch it because you enjoy it. Go watch that Buck Breaking too. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm definitely going to. I think he doesn't have it available for streaming. If he does, I definitely do it on streaming. But that's it for this week's episode of Elevated. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. I truly 1000 appreciate it. It's so good to be back. I know I've had the last couple of couple of weeks. I haven't had any new elevated episodes, but this week I decided to drop one Get On Code video and an elevated episode. So back to back. So give me a break. Give me a break. But thanks again, engineering fam. Be safe out there. That's it.